Hello and welcome to another Star Citizen podcast. Zinnia! Zin!
Yes.
Zinnia too hot. Say
Zin-
that.
No.
That's how you say hello. It's too hot, Zin.
Zinnia too hot.
It's horribly hot and humid. So we're going to power through the podcast so we can turn our air cons back on. That's the plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Alpha 4.2.1 is out to all waves. And it'll be live relatively soon, maybe. We'll talk about that. July is about to start. It's not today, but it will be tomorrow. And we've got the new referral system. We've got the Foundation Festival. So let's talk about all this stuff. How are you doing, Sin?
Too hot? Otherwise, I'm okay.
Yeah, good weekend?
Yes, it was hot weekend.
Yeah, I mostly felt ill and too hot. That's what's going on. Overheating, need more coolers. So, Alpha 4.2.1, there's some big stuff going on with that, and the latest new thing, which I mentioned to you last week, was that they've redone the Wicklow missions that some people and CIG refer to as recipes, and there's no more RNG with these mission rewards. So previously, it was sort of like you'd give Wicklow their favours or whatever, and give him a load of stuff, and he'd go take a ship from the grab bag of ships or vehicles, and bam, here you go. And obviously, that can be quite annoying if you have been working for ages to try and get the ship that you want, and it just doesn't give it to you. You're not a massive fan of RNG like that, are you?
Not really, no.
But now we've got the ability to go, oh, I want this particular ship. Oh, I can see what mission gives me that ship from Wicklow, or what recipe, what stuff I need to give him to get that ship. And you can work towards that. And the rewards are more appropriate to the makeup of that mission. So rather than just being sort of the random grab bag, potentially lesser things that you need to give him, you need to give him specific stuff. So yeah, the effort is worth the reward, is the idea there. I think that's much better. I think that's going to make a lot of people a lot happier. Do you think that they should have an RNG way of getting stuff like this from Wicklow, like almost loot drops, or do you think, no, actually just in all cases, knowing what you're getting as the reward for ships and that sort of stuff, where you actually are giving a load of stuff as a recipe almost, should be known?
Yeah, I'm not sure what the missions were like previously, but I assumed that it was the stuff you were giving him were more generic.
Yeah, well, more generic than they are now, although it's a lot of the same stuff for the most part. Yeah, they've remade the recipes to be more appropriate to each individual reward. But there's still lots of, like, at least there was when I last looked, contested zone items, some of which are quite hard to get. Some of the armors, just the standard armors are basically several ships worth of gear. It's weird, but I suppose they want rarity and stuff.
Yeah, I think maybe smaller items like certain guns and armor, they could have it a bit of a RNG. You just give them a load of stuff and you'll maybe get what you want, or you'll get something else that's equally as cool but not quite what you want.
So more for skins, right?
Kind of.
For skinned items that are...
Yeah.
Maybe.
But for like big ships and stuff, then yeah, I think keep it as it is now.
Yeah, it's weird because you're right, that's more palatable to me as well. For some reason, skins and armor and FPS stuff, much more palatable to get as a random package from Wicklow, even if it is super rare or whatever. It's interesting because obviously he has a load of the cool loot that's potentially new to a particular patch as well, or part of the sort of main pull of the patch, with like, oh, you bring me a load of Valakar stuff and you can have some cool Valakar armor, or mod armor to be Valakar armor, and a lot of it is actually just different skins for things. It's interesting. I like the rewards. I want a more approachable economy that has lots of things to buy, lots of places to buy them. I want to be able to buy off players. I think that will help a lot. Zin.
Yeah.
No more wobbling on the ground.
Yes, so I've discovered...
So yeah, 4.2.1, they've disabled, at least in the short term, maybe medium term, ground turbulence, so you're not so wobbly when you're near the ground, so people can mine along the ground again with their ships more easily again, and land and take off more easily without wobbling around. CIG said, we want it to feel like your thrusters are fighting against gravity, and it's supposed to be for a little tiny bit of flavour, to give you some cool, like, feel I'm in a spaceship near the ground. but it's not supposed to constantly jostle you. It wasn't supposed to be a skill check. What did you think of the implementation of Wobble and the ships that you used? Was it excessive, or were you like, actually, what I tried wasn't too bad?
The ones I tried weren't too bad, but I don't have very big ships.
Gotcha.
I think the biggest ships I've got is like the Drake Cutlass or the C1.
Okay, yeah. Smaller ships and ones that aren't necessarily going to be mining.
Yeah. I do think that ships with VTOL should have it less problematic.
Yeah, so...
Because I would have kind of thought that's what the VTOL's there for, surely.
Yeah, so VTOLs should be significantly better at... that they're built to deal with vertical takeoff and landing and deal with ground turbulence and be super efficient there. And other things, Gravlev ships, like the Prowler, potentially should have none or incredibly minute amounts of ground turbulence, because they are built, again, to be able to hug those areas pretty well.
Yeah, because technically you're not using thrusters, are you? You're kind of using anti-gravity? I don't know how the Gravlev stuff works, actually.
Gravlev, it is... that's a good point. Magnetic gravity repelly boys. Gravlev. It's gravity-lev technology. If you know how Gravlev works, please go help the rest of humanity in real life, because Gravlev in real life would be great. Anyway, we're going to be talking about Second Life Resource Drive as well. This is the new major event of 4.2.1, and the 4 corporations of Stanton are all vying for a government contract from Emperor Addison, from the UEE, whatever, and they want players to gather resources, and the corp with the most resources at the end of the drive, at the end of the patch life cycle or whatever it is, will be awarded that contract. So it's going to be an interesting one, because that should influence the story of Star Citizen in the short to medium term. Are you excited for something like that? It's obviously going to be much more industrial PvE for the most part.
I'm kind of interested. It looks fun.
What corporation are you most interested in joining? I think you can, at the moment at least, back all of them and try and get all of the rewards for all of them. Because there's different rep rewards that you get for like skins and cool like branded gear from Microtech or whatever. But what's your favourite corporation of Stanton, I suppose I'm asking? So for me at the moment, I can't decide between Microtech or Crusader.
I'd probably go more towards Microtech.
Okay, just because you like the colours and the look?
I like their tech.
Okay, the tech feel. Okay,
yeah.
Pro science. So Zin and I are playing a board game with some other mates, ISIS Vanguard, and she's in charge of science in that as well. She's a science lover. It looks like it's going to be a cool set of missions that you can sort of do when you kind of want to. Lots of different types, from mining, resource hauling, defending other ships, reclaiming resources from crashed or destroyed ships. And there might be a bit of piracy going on, and you are supposed to be able to get these sort of resources off other players and stuff like that as well if you want, though. If you've got a crime stat 3 or more, then you can't participate in it. So there will be some PvP, but I think that's going to be relatively limited. You are in the Stanton system. They've also, something that you might quite like, Zin, re-enabled, and this might actually propagate out to the system, station security that's supposed to be, and I haven't actually seen it properly yet, station security that's supposed to be appropriate to the zone and appropriate by response. So if you're by a space station and you're a criminal boy, or you're causing some anger, that not just the turrets will shoot you, but loads of ships will start turning up from, if you're by Crusader security, and they will have larger and larger ships, and they will push you out or take you down over time, is the idea.
Yeah.
Do you like the secure areas being more secure, or do you think that people should be able to assault these stations in the Stanton system, or do you think, well, it doesn't actually preclude them assaulting the stations and things like that? But
yeah, I mean, I like things being more secure. I also think that if people want to have a go at it, they can. Yeah,
doesn't preclude them from doing that, and it might be a good way of getting Idrises and Javelins if they are also part of the response. I think it's an interesting one. I'm really looking forward to 4.2.1. We've also had more teasers on the RSI Meteor. Well, what I believe is the RSI Meteor anyway. It's probably going to be a heavy strike fighter with the Mantis chassis. There's a picture there for you, Sin. Yeah, it's got some weapons. We know that they've tweaked the interior for the Mantis as well in preparation for that. I'm expecting that to come out with 4.2.1 going live. And with that in mind, when do you think 4.2.1 is going to go live, Oracle?
I think early July, maybe. I mean, what wave are they on at the moment?
All waves.
They're on open PTU at the moment. So yeah, like
pushed it on Friday, I
It sounds
believe.
to me like they're doing well with this patch.
Yeah, I think the point patches now are going to be more event and less in the way of features. Sort of like is it a TOC rather than a tick?
Yes.
If you see what I mean.
Ticks are main, TOCs are minor.
I think so. 4.3, I think will have something
maybe
more
it's the other way
major
around.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. People know what I'm trying to say. So you'll have what I think is going to be more feature or more potential bug-related things that might cause more bugs in like 4.3 and 4.2. Obviously, had a load of quite big stuff. This is sort of dealing with any bug fixes that they can do, any optimizations, obviously disabling ground wobble, just an event, and like going, we're tuning things, we're tuning the Wicklow recipes and stuff like that. So that's the way I see it anyway. Feel free to disagree hugely with me in the comments below. So yeah, you think early July?
Yeah, I think maybe next week.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, so Zin's pretty accurate with dates. We don't know for sure, obviously. I'm thinking early to mid-July. We don't know. It's going to be based on whether the patch is ready. However, there is some things coming up in early July which may allude to them wanting to release in early July, and that's the Foundation Festival, which is showing on the Community Hub as starting on the 2nd of July. And typically Foundation Festival is like, I think it's got a free fly going on with it, but it's encouraging players to teach each other with the guide system, get a mentor, go in, learn the game, learn how to be a better combat pilot, learn how to do mining from someone that's experienced at that, and you can all earn rewards from helping out other players and being helped out by other players. But yeah, it's sort of like a celebration of getting new players into the game and learning stuff in star sets and loads of new skins and stuff. What do you think of the Foundation Festival every year? It's obviously normally quite a minor event, but CIG, with their monthly patches, all their minor events are a bit more major. Tied in.
I mean, yeah. I don't think I've ever seen the Foundation Festival have any real in-game impact.
It's just some new players playing.
Yeah, I think it's more of a bring attention to the fact that if you don't know what you're doing, you can get someone to help you out. Yeah,
I see what you mean. It was pretty minor and more almost exterior to the game, where they go, we're promoting the game, come in and play. But yeah, maybe this year it will be a bit more in-game meat to it. It's possible, because also at the same time we've also got the new referral system landing on the 2nd of July as well. And obviously they'll go a bit hand in hand, because they'll want you to sign up people with your referral code, and if they buy something, if they buy a ship package, then they become recruits, and recruits mean prizes for you. Prospects that use your referral code now get 50k and VUC rather than 5k as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but you say nice, but that just actually means that the game has just had a huge amount of inflation over the time. They could actually address all the prices, and then 5k would be appropriate, or no K be appropriate, sort of being able to start out. But because of the way that inflation's hit and stuff like that in the game, it's an interesting one. They've had to up that by 10 times. So with the new referral system, obviously nice looking web pages and that sort of stuff. Your prospects that haven't signed up, but haven't become recruits yet, they'll carry over to the new system. You can actually earn rewards on both ladders as long as you've got a recruit on the old system already. But the new referral system, there are some interesting referral prizes, rewards. Did you see that the Misk Raptor is one of them?
Yes, I did.
I don't know where that's going to be on I don't know where any of these are going to be on the chart, really. We'll know more on the 2nd of July. That's not going to be immediately available because they're still working on it.
I'd like the Raptor to be quite low, because it's not a very useful vehicle now, is it?
Well, does it have any use?
Yeah, clean the streets.
It can, maybe if there's a mission associated with it, or it actually does actual cleaning, people will want it. So yeah, I think that's an interesting one. You've got things like the Vandal Scythe, which is the very rare Vandal ship. And the CIG did basically say there's going to be Squadron 42 related rewards. I think there's going to be a military Gladius, not just a little flare model of it, but also a proper one. I think I saw a Storm, that light tank, but also Idris M. So that's quite a big reward. Is that going to be the top level reward? Because the last one had a javelin in it, or is there going to be javelin? Is there going to be one? Did they go, actually, there's a Bengal reward? We don't know. There could be some massive rewards. I know, right? Oof. But CIG did say this time around, it's going to be more favouring more rewards more often, and the less, I believe this is what they were implying and saying, less in the way of you have to be a org leader or content creators to be able to get the top end stuff. So hopefully there is some cool higher end stuff, but not too unreachable by the normal human. What did you think of those rewards? Oh, there's loads of other things as well. Loads of FPS armor, FPS weapons, star kit and skins, loads of interesting flair from each of the corporations of Stanton as well. So there's like a Star Wow little statue. There's a Vandal statue as well, and what looks like a UE Marine statue.
I think free stuff is always good, you know?
And do you consider it free? That's another thing.
I consider it free for me, yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's effort. Right, to get effectively. And it's an interesting one because some people will be like, well, I don't have the ability to get very many, if any, recruits like this. All my friends have already signed up. Because your old recruits, people that have already signed up and have already been allocated a point, as it were, not your prospects, but your actual recruits, they will only carry over in terms of showing how many you previously had. They're not going to be on the new system. They're not going to allow you to climb the new ladder. They're just going to be like for bragging rights. Although I did say you could climb up both ladders if you already had a point. So you'll do them both simultaneously if you're on the old ladder as well. Do you think that was a good idea as well to go, well, actually, we'll just keep the old ladder in the meantime for people that are already on it?
I mean, it was kind of my idea.
It was Zin's idea. So
I mean, that's not what I said. Because I said, give people the option to carry on the old ladder or move over to the new ladder.
Oh, no, you did. Yes, I remember talking with you about it. Well, they've done both, Zin.
So they've obviously listened to my idea and went...
Why not both?
Yeah, why not both? You're welcome.
Yeah, obviously other people had the same and similar ideas as well, but Zin is an oracle. She just knows. She just knows things.
Uh-huh.
I'm interested to know what other people think of the rewards that CIG have revealed so far, and the way they're doing that. You think, actually, this is really good, or no, they've sort of missed the mark. I know a lot of content creators and org leaders that have got hundreds or thousands of referrals above the max reward, above that javelin. Going to be like, but these are all gone now. So would you rather have no new ladder or keep the old ladder? I'd rather have a new ladder. I think you would as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I understand the frustration there. But yeah, some cool stuff. We'll cover that once we know more. And engineering's in. When do you think engineering's going to turn up on the tech preview build? Because CIG haven't really talked much about it, and I think it's going to be July at some point.
I haven't got a clue.
Oh, the Oracle doesn't know.
Well, there's not been much information about it, so I can't gauge.
There's not. So yeah, I think at some point in July, but it's when they want to put it in, and it will be obviously that engineering 2.0 version 2 updated advanced engineering compared to what we had last time. Very much looking forward to it. It's ready to test when it's ready to test, and we don't know exactly when that's going to be. I think, Sin, because it's so hot, we'll probably just call it there.
That's a good idea.
Yes, I know, right? I know people want us to ramble on more, and I know I've been very much sort of just going, Zin, what do you think about this? And then moving on immediately. So apologies if I've not let you talk too much. Yeah, I know, right? I'm going to turn the aircon on. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Genuinely appreciated. Tell us if you want us to cover anything in particular, either in the podcast or just general content. Obviously, I make at least one video a day because we're crazy, or we do because Zin does lore on Sundays. So you could go and check that out. And if you've got ideas for the lore, some stories or particular topics for the lore that you want us to find out about and cover, again, chuck it in the comments below. Today's the last day you've got to get involved with the giveaway before July's giveaway starts. So make sure you comment on these videos. Please like, share, subscribe, all that sort of jazz. Zin!
Yes.
People should use their eyes for Star Citizen. Why should they use their eyes?
Because otherwise they'll have a hard time playing. Yes,
exactly that. And something that's going to make your eyes even more effective than having them is getting yourself a Tobii eye tracker, which is on sale until the 14th of July, I believe. Use the links down below for some natively supported head and eye tracking in Star Citizen that's very high precision and cool. Sin and I, we both have one, don't we, Sin?
Yes, we do.
And the other thing is, links down below to things like NordVPN. Oh, best darn VPN we've ever... is it the best VPN, Zin, we've ever advertised on this channel?
I think it very well might be the best darn VPN we've ever advertised on this channel.
You see? Perfect. What a ringing endorsement. You should go to nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. All the links below. It's very hot now, so we're going to go. Thanks very much for watching. Say goodbye, Zin.
Goodbye, Zin.
Oh. Every month, we give away a Star Citizen ship and game package. We're giving away an Anvil Asgard this month, as well as a Tumbril Nova to go in it. This new heavy dropship's going to be great for getting your Nova tank to the ground. Just comment on any of our videos made during June to be in for a chance of winning. A random comment from June from a random video from June is chosen to be the winner for that. That ship package was given to us by CIG. Thank you very much for that. And if you would like to further support the channel, you can become a patron member, you can use the join button under my videos, you can use any of the affiliate links below my videos as well. Channel members that have used that join button and Patreon members get the same rewards. I really do appreciate people that have gone the extra mile, but you can also just like, share, subscribe, comment on these videos. It does really help. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great June. Please check out the rest of the videos on the channel as well.